I have a lot of experience with lasers, and I'm very proud to admit that I chose the Candela laser devices to work with for many years. Candela devices are technologically advanced. Candela as a company invests in science, results and trust. There is a big research and development department there that looks at the latest. So the reason for me why I choose the Candela devices, they are safe, they work, they are efficient, they are scientifically and technologically advanced, and most important, my patients are very happy with the results. This is why I choose the Candela laser devices. The injectable treatments can certainly make a big difference to many patients, but they are not the only treatments, and they have their limitations. There are many treatments that can be provided by laser technology that simply will not be achieved with injectables. I'll give you a few examples. Rejuvenation of deep wrinkles. This is something that we know we are going to address much better with laser technology, enhancing the collagen production, making new collagen. That is something that laser technology is much better at compared to injectables. And then we have other conditions such as rosacea, acne scars, traumatic scars, surgical scars, many conditions that can hugely affect the psychological well-being of patients that simply cannot be addressed by injectables and need laser treatment. So laser treatment is in a unique position that can span between medical cases as well as aesthetic cases. And what we see a lot of is the combination of the injectable treatments with the laser devices for aesthetic patients. And I think this is the present and certainly the future. I think the trend is more towards simplicity, and that is manufacturing machines that are not too complex for the doctors to operate, because one of the trends that I'm finding is that there are many more new doctors and new practitioners entering the aesthetic field who want to use lasers. And unlike someone like myself who has a lot of experience using laser machines, many of the new doctors want machines that are simple to operate and pretty straightforward. So I think the advances is in how the laser machines will be relatively easier to work with, easier to delegate, with a higher safety margin. This is what I think the trend is. And also I think is the combination of different wavelengths and different technologies. So we are finding, for example, with one platform from Candela, where we are actually having multiple wavelengths. So we can, on the same patients, in the same treatment session, use different wavelengths and different handpieces. So I think part of the future is combination treatments, including different laser handpieces from the same company. One of the advantages of traveling to many countries and being a speaker in many countries is identifying different priorities and different conditions that each country is actually facing. I'll give you one example. In Asia, pigmentation seems to be one of the main problems, and this is why the energy-based devices and the treatments are aimed at treating pigmentation effectively. Here in Poland, this is my third or fourth visit, and only today I went out for a walk, and I probably have saw few patients or few people with rosacea. Rosacea, for example, is a very common condition here in Poland, with the population being majority fair skin, light skin with facial redness. And this is actually very comparable to my practice in London, where I see many English women with rosacea. So rosacea, for example, is a very common condition, and I know it's very common in Poland. And to treat rosacea effectively, you need a very good vascular laser device. You need a vascular laser device that is not only treating the redness, but it's also calming down the inflammation and the sensitivity of the skin. And let me remind you, Candela was the first laser company in the world in the early 80s to produce the first vascular laser that was used for rosacea. So it's very interesting that decades later, we are still facing the same problem, but with the laser from a company that I still proudly work with.